jazz. That is the stuff Napo Masheane and Friends is made of. The production, which was originally put together and staged in the year 2008, is back for its second run at the Jabulani-based Soweto Theatre. The show features ladies in jazz, the fat black women sing, and beyond vocals sees renowned poet Napo Masheane spit some of her most loved pieces, which have been reworked or updated to suit the show's new venue spirit and run. Well, it kicked off on Thursday evening as part of the theatre's Easter Festival and comes to an end today. Napo's here to tell us more about the production. Good, thank you. Now, all right, let's talk about what motivated you to bring back this 2008 production.
Firstly, of course, Soweto Theatre called me and they asked me if, I can come through and have a show around their Easter Festival. And I thought, theatre is my church, and I thought it's just commendable that I should call few friends and say, guys, I'm vocally wounded, I can't sing, but you guys can hold a note. So it's very important that you come and we, infiltrate and fill up the main stage at Soweto Theatre. So the girls that I worked with a time ago, ladies in jazz, beautiful sisters, amazing vocalists, Fat Black Women Sing, which is a show I've been doing over the years. And of course, the new kids on the block, my brothers, beyond vocal. So we thought it would be just nice to join spoken word and see how spoken word can be stretched, if done against against gospel and jazz.
All right, so you opened on Thursday. How did that go?
It went very well. The fact that it was the first time I was doing with gospel, I've done it with jazz, but in terms of gospel, it went very well. The space, is beautiful, technical support and everything else, which is what all the artists want. But more than anything, quite intimate audience. And the fact that the audience could sing along. I think that was the most beautiful thing, because the gospel songs that we sing are songs that we all grew up listening to from our mothers, aunts and grandmothers. So it was just beautiful to see the audience becoming part of the show and really joining us and standing up and applauding as we go back in time and remember where we come from in terms of our spiritual spaces and of course churches.
Why gospel though?
It's Easter, I wouldn't have done anything else. But also I think for me, as a creative soul, I wanted to stretch myself. I kind of feel like it's always good as an artist to break the rules and of course to expand your creativity. It's one thing to become a poet or a spoken word artist, but why not try new things? And so that also the show always becomes new. I want a person who saw the show in 2008 or even last year to feel like, oh, it's not the old same stuff that Napo is doing. It's new stuff. It's revived kind of works. Even if it's the same, some of the poems are the same, or I'm known to be performing them. This time the angle is different, the creativity is completely from different space, but also it's always beautiful to perform and collaborate with musicians.
What does this signify in your life right now, in the space that you find yourself in?
I think the fact that there's enough space for all of us as artists to shine. Collaborations are the best, and I think it makes one to grow as well. Like I said, I can't hold a note, but working with musicians, I learn how music, gets to balance, how harmonies work, how to get my cues, and so it's also a learning curve for me, which makes it more exciting as well. It's not all same stuff, but it just shows that there's enough space for all of us to shine on stage.
What can somebody looking forward to attending, and what can they look forward to?
Of course, spiritual upliftment. We definitely are praying on stage. There's a beautiful element of humor that Fat Black Women Sing brings, of course. The poetry that has humor. We enjoy ourselves. Ladies in jazz, flipping jazz, and also making jazz and gospel meet. So there's a lot of excitement, but it's really, really one of those, I think, historic shows that everybody must be part of in the audience to witness.
Speak to us about the different roles of these women. They play a significant role, and it's grown since then. You've tried to change it, but somehow the two marry together.
With ladies in jazz, the most beautiful thing is that they're not just vocally gifted, they play instruments. So you have a keyboard player, bass guitarist, saxophonist, and then even drums, backline, the whole backline is full of women. And for me, I think the most beautiful thing is when I hear my poetry along a saxophone or a bass guitar or a lead guitarist, but also with Fat Black Women Sing, to see them move from just being singers to being poets as well, to really for them to say, we also want to do your poems. I think that's a gift.
we know most of your work is very female-oriented.
Yes.
Does that necessarily make you a feminist?
I am. I've always been a woman all my life. I don't know how to be anything except a feminist. I'm raising 2 boys, and I have an amazing partner, but the fact remains that I am a feminist.
What for you has been the best part of embarking on this journey?
I think to be able to tell my story and to live a dream. This is my dream. I wouldn't choose anything except this. This is who I am. I sleep, I walk, I eat, art, creativity, theater, and poetry. So to be one of the blessed artists or human beings in the world, to be able to wake up in the morning and just do your passion and grow in your passion, and to realize that you're not sleeping dreaming, you are alive dreaming and living a legacy, of course.
The last time you and I spoke, you were about to record your live DVD.
Yes.
How did that go?
It went amazing. That was with more dance. Like with tap dancers, we had, contemporary dancers. So I keep wanting to break the rules, to stretch boundaries. And I think for me, that's the most exciting thing, that even for me, these shows are the first time, are the first take for me. So that's very inspiring. And challenging, but beautiful.
Okay, so let's talk about ticket details, times, and why this show is worth seeing.
So today it's at 6 p.m. Soweto Theatre. The tickets are online, or you can come at the door. And of course, it's the last show, so it's a must-see. And we're closing the Easter weekend, in a beautiful space. Beyond Vocal is hot, is happening, and I know that they're going to be performing with me quite very soon here.
All right, Napo, thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you, Levo.
Well, one of South Africa's favorite wordsmiths, thespians. Her name is Napo Masheane, and her latest show, which was originally staged in 2008, is on at the Soweto Theatre. It's called Napo Masheane and Friends. It features ladies in jazz, the Fed Black Women Sing, and Beyond Vocal. And the last show is, of course, today at 6 p.m. Stay with us to hear more work from that production. This is Morning Live. Let's take an break.